Hey guys, you're watching CarTopic, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the two-door car for 4 people. In other words, we're going to be talking about the Maserati Granturismo. Now, my past 2 videos have been focusing on off-road cars lately, so I just decided to switch it up and go for an amazing car on the road. Now, the very first year of the Maserati Granturismo was in the year 2007. And it had 405 horsepower, but had a relatively slow 0 to 60 of 5.1 seconds, due to the fact that the car weighed more than 4,100 pounds. The weight overall plagued this vehicle, as enthusiasts all around agreed that it was way too heavy and slow to be a fun enthusiast track car. The only thing that this car ended up being known for was its back seats, as its back seats were pretty large and could comfortably fit normal-sized people. In 2009, the S-Trim came out to combat the weight by adding a little more power. This new 433 horsepower engine gave it a 0 to 60 time of 4.5 seconds. Even though it helped sales a little, that was one of the last sales years where they managed to sell more than 1,000 units. By the year 2012, the car was pretty dated, so it got an aggressive facelift, which actually made it look pretty good. But by that time, if you wanted a car like this, you would get something like the Ferrari California. And over the years after 2012, very little changed. The horsepower got marginally better, and the interior design changed ever so slightly. But unfortunately, this car never caught on, and after looking the same essentially since 2007, production finally stopped in the year 2019. But fortunately, these cars have depreciated a lot, and not because they're unreliable, but simply just because no one really ever liked them. You can get these cars for under $30,000 with decent mileage, and if you want one with the facelift, you're looking at under $40,000 for a very clean example. Now, if you look at other performance enthusiast cars under $40,000, you may find cars that have more power and more speed, but they will not be nearly as luxurious. Because the thing about this car, if you get it used, not only are you getting a performance car, you're also getting an incredibly luxurious car. But real quickly, let's take a look at one more reason why the Maserati Granturismo has depreciated so much, and that would be their brand name. At Maserati's peak, they were winning almost every race they went into, whether it was Formula 1 or really any race with a Maserati. And once they started making street-legal production cars, that reflected on the sales. Because as you probably know, a race car that wins on the track means that the company will get more sales. But something happened, and Maserati was suddenly being seen less and less in the racing scene. And at the turn of the 21st century, they weren't really in any races at all. So as the new generation of car enthusiasts grew up, they really didn't have any modern Maseratis to show that Maserati was still a strong brand name. And if you want any more proof than this, take a look at the Ferrari California. This car was essentially designed alongside the Maserati Granturismo, and they were sold between the same years and for the same price when new. But if you take a look at these cars used, you'll find that the Ferrari California is much more expensive, simply because Ferrari is still in a ton of races and still does very well in them. And that reflects on the value of the Ferrari brand name. But Maserati is just simply a dying car manufacturer, and that brand name really affects the price of the Maserati Granturismo. So if you really don't care about who makes your car, this is a very great bargain. Now, real quickly, I just wanted to go back to the fact that this car can comfortably seat 4 people. Cars like the Porsche 911 do have rear seats, but they're very small and really only children can fit in them. The back seats of the Maserati Granturismo are pretty comfortable and they have a decent amount of legroom. If you want a car even close to something like this, you're looking at a Ferrari FF or a Ferrari GTC4 Lusso, and I think we all know how expensive those cars are. So the Maserati Granturismo is a great car if you want to be able to daily drive the car that you also take to the track. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope you learned at least a few things about the Maserati Granturismo. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video, and be sure to let me know down below in the comments what you thought of today's video, as well as if you have any ideas for future ones. I'll be sure to make it happen to the best of my ability. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram if you like what we're doing here. We post on that very often. But thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time on CarTopic.